What's up, everybody? Radar here with another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. And as you can see here, in this replay, I am in the Churchill 3. Again, not the biggest fan of the British line of tanks, but there are some shiny moments. There are some moments where their strengths really shine, and it can be pretty fun. And so with the Churchill line of tanks, which Churchill line being in World of Tanks, Churchill 1, Churchill 3, Churchill 7, and then the Black Prince, which I actually did a video commentary on in the last episode. I'll put a link somewhere on the screen for you. But yes, they're all generally pretty heavily armored, but the guns on them are actually the same guns you end up using with your medium tanks. You're not going to have much punch. You're going to have good pin, good reload speed, decent accuracy, but when it comes to damage, you're going to have to hit the enemy a lot. I mean, that's kind of my big drawback to the British tanks, is generally the guns lack the damage necessary. But once you get up into the upper tiers, you start getting into lower reload rates but higher damage, and they generally seem to keep the pin capability. Alright, as here is a Type T-34, the Chinese kerf of the T-34 is what I like to call it.
Enemy is hit.
And it took out the friendly T-28 quite quickly. The T-28 kind of ducked out into a danger zone. There's plenty more enemies along this ridgeline, as you will soon see. So the Type T-34 gets away from me there. My plan was to push up along the ridge and wreak more mayhem. And you see the M8A1 is already being picked off. Foolishly pushes further forward, which will probably lead to its death, as you'll see in a little bit. And off to the southwest, there is a T1. And as you see here, I do not have the gun elevation to engage. So I begin backing my tank up the hill to try to get that angle. Fortunately, other things came to my attention here. As you can see, the Type T-34 took out the M8A1. And there's also the T-46, but you always want to prioritize your targets, who you engage first. Type T-34 was the closest visible threat that needed to be nullified, and so I did finish him off. The T-46 backed away. We have the M5A1 Kerf Stewart in the backfield. I decided not to sit on the hill and keep taking hits because that T1 Heavy is still back there somewhere. So I pushed forward to take care of this threat, the T-46, who got tracked by my shot, ran by the Panzer IV, a nice tackle by him, and I finished it off. T-40 has really awesome armor, but again, British guns, awesome pin. So, as you can see, I did an auto lock, and I just continued firing at the stationary AMX and panning around, checking my 6. Martyr is next to go, and it frankly did not stand much of a chance. There is also the cruiser. As you can see, I just keep moving. I'm keeping the enemy off balance. Fortunately, no gun depression. They engage him, so I just switched to the next target. This is wherein I prioritize my targets wrong. Target is Panzer 3A, but I should have been targeting T-49. You can see he gets a nice hit on me. Finish him off. I'm down to 40%. But if I had targeted that T-49, this M5A1 probably would have had a harder time sneaking up and engaging the friendly Panzer III-4, who is now dead. Nice shot done by a Panzer IV across the river. The Kerf Stewart is hiding behind the friendly wreck, so I just roll up on him. No point in trying to play peekaboo. It's just better to move up on them finish them off. As you can see, not very effective shots on me, and he gets wasted. A T-28 rushes up to assist the Kerf, but unfortunately all that did was get him killed. As you can see, it takes shot after shot after shot to actually kill enemies with this British tank here. But I also have a consistent pin across the board, especially against a T-28. The T-1 Heavy has initiated cap at our base, and this was very concerning. Our T-28 moves away from the base instead of keeping guard and you know, helping with reset of the cap. But we lucked out. The T-1 decided to leave the base cap, and this year I am just moving along here, checking for the scout that has been unaccounted for. As it would turn out, the scout was actually AFK up on the ridgeline there, hiding in a bush. So, as you can see, victory is basically in our hands. The T-1 Heavy decided to leave. The T-28 spotted the light, who is AFK. And, yeah, this is it. The battle is basically won at this point. As you can see, all the wrecks on the ridgeline there, most of that is done. I took out 8 tanks, so all those wrecks are, for the most part, done by me, except for the cruiser. But that will be it for this gameplay commentary. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay tuned for more World of Tanks gameplay commentary. And I do have a couple other videos floating around. I'm not just strictly commentary on World of Tanks, so please check those out. This is Radar, signing off.